Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever wondered how markets work? The place where goods and services are exchanged and where buyers and sellers come together to trade. Ever questioned the intricacies of it all? Well, today that's what we're going to answer. Firstly, supply and demand is a fundamental economic model in a market economy. Supply means the availability of a product or service, whereas demand is the desire of consumers to buy said product or service. For example, if there was a sudden increase in the demand of smartphones, that would lead to a shortage of supply, and a reduced quantity of smartphones. As a result, prices may rise.
The law of supply and demand states that as demand rises, supply will also rise and vice versa. Supply and demand curves will meet each other at point E, more commonly known as the equilibrium. If one of the curves either shifts to the left or the right, the other curve will follow to meet it at a new equilibrium. However, there are exceptions to this law. For example, perverse demand curves, where as the price of a good or service rises, the demand for that good or service will also increase. So for example, the most expensive bottle of wine on the menu in a restaurant will be bought more than the second most expensive bottle of wine because it's perceived as being the most expensive, therefore it's superior to all the other goods. Another exception is goods and services with limited supply, so that being, for example, concert tickets where there's a limited number of seats in the venue and demand outstrips the supply and the supply can't rise to meet that demand. And finally, the last exception would be giffen goods, so those being goods that are needed to survive. So for example, food, water, shelter. Consumers will dedicate a higher percentage of their income to spend on purchasing those goods as they are essential to survive.
Have you ever heard of the term elasticity? What does it mean to be elastic? Well, elasticity is one of the most important economical phenomena that we experience every day. From your car, house, or anything else that you may purchase with money, elasticity plays a role. In short, elasticity is how sensitive one economic factor is to a change in another. There are multiple forms of elasticity, such as price elasticity and income elasticity. I'm going to use price elasticity as an example. Imagine you had a chocolate bar that was worth €1 that you bought every day. Now imagine if that chocolate bar rose to €2. You probably wouldn't buy it every day, maybe once every 2 days. Now imagine it jumped to €100. Would you ever purchase it again? Probably not. That's price elasticity at play.
So we've told you what elasticity is, but so what? Why does it matter and how can we use it to our advantage? Typically, governments, they influence elasticity through imposing taxes. And they do this for one of two goals. They either want to change people's behavior or they want to increase revenue to pay for services.
In the world of economic systems, the government often uses the tool of price ceilings and price floors to influence the market dynamics. These regulatory measures are crafted with a specific purpose in mind, to balance the interests of the customers and producers, foster economic stability, and address social concerns.
Thank you for watching our video. That is how markets work in terms of supply and demand, elasticity, and price ceilings and price floors. Thank you for watching.